Hello out there world, welcome to another 60 Seconds in Thailand. This is a series on my channel where I aim to keep you informed as things move towards reopening tourism here in Thailand. Before we get to today's Thailand tourism news, I'm back in front of my favorite post office. I'm shipping out the prize for the 5,000 subscriber giveaway to Brendan from Brisbane, Australia. And I just want to take a minute to thank all my Australian viewers and subscribers out there. Australia is one of my top 3 countries, so thanks a lot. Now, let's go in and ship this, and I'll tell you how much it costs in just a... Okay, so that actually cost 1,150 baht, which is the most expensive package I've had to ship yet. Shipping to Australia right now only has one option, so you should get that in a couple of weeks, Brendan. Now let's go somewhere a little quieter and I'll give you today's update on Thailand tourism. In a country where tourism accounts for nearly 20% of the GDP, Thailand has faced 4 consecutive months with 0 international tourists. And on that note, the Bank of Thailand weighed in today saying that if this continues into next year, the tourism industry faces a potential meltdown. A senior director from the Economic Policy Department was quoted as saying, "The government needs to strike a balance between the economic impact of tourism policy versus the containment of the virus." This is not unique to Thailand. It seems that every country in the world is facing the tough question of economic hardship versus virus containment, and there's no easy answer. What's unique to Thailand is the dependence on tourism for such a large portion of the national economy. Government officials are working on potentially finalizing a plan that would see the allowance of sun-seeking snowbirds from foreign countries allowed to enter and spend the winter months here in Thailand. The government's proposing to grant special visas for up to 9 months. These would start with an initial 90-day tourist visa and be renewable 2 times, each for 90 days, bringing the total to 270 days, which is 9 months. These long-term visitors would begin with a 14-day quarantine, and Phuket is still being talked about as the initial landing location. After 3 weeks on the island and with another negative test, they would then be free to move about the country as they like. This move comes as other countries whose economies depend heavily on tourism are making and changing their own decisions. Bali, as an example, was about to start letting tourists in on September 11th. They've recently reversed this decision and are now saying no tourists in Indonesia, at least until the end of the year. Meanwhile, Vietnam is now talking about resuming international flights as early as September 15th, with Japan and South Korea being bandied about as the initial destinations. Visitors there would also have to enter a 14-day quarantine upon arrival. Thai Airways, for their part, is saying that they would offer special routes and prices for snowbirds coming from Germany, the UK, or Denmark in an effort to help entice the first wave of long-term tourists to come to Thailand. Some details have changed from the Phuket model, which was discussed here on this channel last week, but much has remained the same. One thing is becoming abundantly clear. The initial focus is going to be on long-term travelers, with solutions for short-term vacationers coming at a later date. Nothing's final yet. I'll repeat that again. Nothing's final yet. And to all those people out there who are going to throw negative comments about this not meaning anything, well then, one suggestion for you, don't watch. Go back to watching more updates about the virus. I, for one, welcome any discussion about progress, about moving forward towards a solution. There's no perfect answers. The world's struggling to figure out how to reopen international tourism, and let's face it, this country needs it more than anyone else. And any movement towards the international movement of tourists again is welcome to me, and I will follow the conversation, and I'll make sure to update you every step of the way. So subscribe to this channel, you'll get those regular updates, and you'll also get a lot of fun and informative videos from Thailand. I am curious though, is there anyone out there that would take Thailand up on this offer? There has to be some snowbirds. I mean, where I'm from, everyone's about to head to Florida for the winter. They can't do that. If you're in the UK, maybe you go to Spain or Italy, probably can't do that. I don't think it's a bad starting point, but comment below and let me know. And that's another 60 seconds in Thailand. Well, I guess it was a lot more than 60 seconds, wasn't it? But hey, you know that TV show 60 Minutes only ran for 48 minutes if you took all the commercials out, so you shouldn't be upset. I'm giving you bonus time here. They ripped you off. I'm giving you... Anyway, enough. Shut up, you idiot. Play the music.